Welcome back to the Havoc Tier 8 Showdown, the 3 vs 3 tournament organised by House Havoc by Bert the Derp. And this is battle number 5, which is West Killers versus STD. West Killers comprises of KGB 408, Tubley 40, Lord Kerry 0, and they're all from Havoc 4. And STD, it comprises Tio, Sunska of Havoc 5 and dasmouse of W-UNI. And let's run straight to the live stream and see the battle commence.
I'm glad you don't read that one.
People know exactly how much time they have.
1 second.
And that means here we go. Alright, so it's 2 IS3s and a 5100 versus 2 IS3s and a 110. The 110. What can I say about it? It has a little bit more armor than the IS3s. Mobility is about the same. Does not have that spaced armor, which makes the IS3 so famous. And it lacks a little bit about the alpha. And I thought it also had a little bit less penetration.
Commentary
and it cannot
by
use the high explosive, which is also enormous on the IS3s and very, very useful.
Commentary is by Fiats and and Disturbance.
But I think the 110 will be, yeah, frontally facing. It's likely going to bounce 1 or 2 shots, and if that's from the 5100.
They're going straight for the center.
It looks like STD is going straight for the center. Or, what is it, West Killers? They're playing a little bit more careful. Yeah, they're a little bit more camping.
I think he's just doing a bit of scouting, actually, on the west side. And, of course, he's going to see his opposite number. He pokes out just a little bit more.
Now, who is spotted?
Well, Tubby is not spotted yet. Trying to poke that corner without getting hit. He is spotted now. Tio's spotted rather. Tubby's not.
But he did not punish that 5100. Could have been the first shot in there.
Oh.
But at least they know now that the MX-5100 is not going through the field, which was also kind of expected from a fast tank.
Yeah. Now, I think it's very logical to think that, hey, that 5100 doesn't go there alone.
Oh, Sunska has been spotted. Probably he also spotted KGB and Lord Kerry.
Yes, I think so. And if Tio keeps going where he's going, then he obviously didn't see Tubby.
No, but if he got spotted, he has enough information. He knows that the enemy is there.
Well, Tio's going around the outside now. I think he's going field.
And it's going to be a very fast.
It sure looks like it. And the IS3s, yeah, they're turning around. Probably because they know that, hey, the enemy is not making a move. And they're pretty much in a camping position.
Now, is he going to go wide on the field or down the factories?
I think they're going to take the safe way all the way around. They know where the enemy is. They already seen that, hey, they're not moving.
KGB is now currently pinging the town. Foxtrot 1, Foxtrot 2, and Golf 2.
Because
I think they are expecting the enemy to be there at this very moment.
That's right.
As it's only 2.5 minutes ago, so they have to move quick.
They are moving now.
And it should look like...
And this is going to be a big mistake, because they don't have intel, and they don't know that the enemy team is currently on the other side.
It does not have to be a big mistake, because the enemy
They can return.
They're going to make a flanking move, but there's nothing to flank, so at least they're not going to lose tanks.
Yeah, but it does have to be noted, I'm pretty sure they know that the tiebreaker, if the enemy team has the exact same number of kills as your team, what counts is
I think we're going to get a cap soon.
The fastest game. Yeah, the fastest game is going to mean the tiebreaker.
Yeah, but they're in the cap, so what are they going to do?
Go back.
Yep, they're still running for the cap though, and unfortunately,
no, they're not going to make it. There are 2 in the cap, so
they're not going to make it. They're going to have to come back.
They
And I
absolutely
don't think
have
they've
to
got
come
enough
back.
time.
But they will make, well, it depends a little bit on where they are. Let me see. They have one in the cap. That's not going to end well.
They want to reset. Sunska needs to get into cover. So does Tio. Yep, they were lucky with that shot, but they need to get into cover now to prevent the reset.
Well, it's only 6-5.
Yeah, they got it.
They're not going to make a
They got
recap.
it.
No.
Yep, they can't get a reset.
Yeah, they can't get the resets anymore.
Bold move, but yeah.
Very clever.
And I think if they would have made the move to move 5 seconds earlier, they could have won.
Yeah.
And they could have gone in the cap with all 3 of them, and it would have been game the other side.
If they'd actually gone down the railway lines or the factories, they might have arrived at the cap sooner, in which case the other side could have actually returned in time to actually do something. But because they went round the field, they made it a longer route, which meant that they arrived just in time for the other side to be caught between the rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
And that's the battle from the live stream, and we will now switch to the replay, and that will now start, and so you get a different perspective on the game. Okay, and this time we're in the north, and we're watching Tio, Sunska and dasmouse move ahead. Now, Tubby moves up to the corner, and you can see that he's doing the lookout on that long road. And you can just see that he's got to the corner now. He's backing out just slightly, side-scraping the corner. And Tio's just about to poke the corner at the other end. Just tentatively poking out, with the intention of getting his sixth sense to go off if he was spotted. And I think that's the point at which he was spotted. He turns around and comes back into cover. Tubby didn't take the opportunity to shoot. He could have shot at that moment, but he didn't. But Tio got the information he wanted. His sixth sense went off, told him that he had been seen, and so he knew that somebody was at the other end of that long road. They didn't know the disposition of the other IS-3s, but when Sunska went to the corner there, and he poked out, and then he could see the IS-3s had seen him as well. So he knew where they were, and they knew that they were camping. So the other IS-3s are over there. Tubby backs into the building. And it's at this point that Tio is moving for the field. And the other two IS-3s are joining him. And it's taking a long way around. There's, as I said to Fiats at the time, it is possible that if they'd actually taken the shorter route through the factories, they might have arrived at the cap sooner. But if they had arrived at the cap sooner, the IS-3s on the other team may not have progressed far enough through the town to commit them to going to the cap. And they might have been able to return quickly enough to get a reset. But you can see that Sunska's going through the buildings there, catching up on Tio. And dasmouse is joining Sunska. Now you can see they're only just now starting to move through the buildings. So they've moved off their camping position. Oh, Sunska goes into an indestructible shed. I know some of those sheds do look as if they are destructible ones, but that particular one is an indestructible one. And he's now arrived at the corner. And they're not aware of how far the others have progressed. But Sunska goes straight in, so does he's followed by dasmouse, and Tio's not far behind, but did halt for a short while. But the mistake that Sunska makes here is he stops in the open, just behind the camp, and dasmouse is sitting behind that railway carriage. And that's a bit dangerous, because they're in the open in that position, they can be seen, And of course, Lord Kerry does try to shoot Sunska and Tio as they go past. There, you see that round that shot past. So they take up position behind the building to ensure that they can't be shot at. Dasmouse is probably the only one who's actually vulnerable at this point. KGB 408 comes back, trying to get the reset, but it's just too late. 3 in the cap, they've completed. And he fires a constellation shot into Sunska, but it's no good. They have lost by cap. And that's battle number 1. Battle number 5 of the knockout tournament. And the next battle will also be for West Killers versus STD. But that one was a complete base cap victory for STD. So do watch out for the next video. As you can see here, no hit points lost except from KGB 408, who managed to get 79 hit points off Sunska, but it was after the cap had completed, so it didn't count at all. And in a very short while, you'll be able to see battle number 6.